Asare Kubo me Igbo matano by you. You dey behave like emotional, unintelligent imbecile. That's the way you behave. I'm sorry if that offends you, if that sounds an insult, because that's what the way you behave, the way you talk, spitting all over the place. You behave like emotional, unintelligent, imbecile. Many of you might think it's an insult being rained at Asare Kubo from me, but it is not. The story has it that two northern people were having issues. One Fulani from Adamawa and one TV man from Benue State. And the Fulani man stabbed the TV man to death and riot broke out. Asare Kubo did not know what was going on. Hearsay made Asare Kubo say it is IPOB people. Hearsay made Asare Kubo to sit in his comfort zone, the pig in a creek, to know that there are people written IPOBs on their faces who carried out a riot, named the Igbo people written on their faces who carried out a riot to destroy mosques and burn places of their terrorist worship, according to Asare Kubo. Because the only reason why Asare Kubo is doing what he is doing, selling this conspiracy, if you watch the video I made earlier this morning, where a Fulani man was picking on Igbo, calling the first lady out for not mentioning IPOB as a terrorist, because the first lady called them Americans to come and rain bombs on the terrorists in the north. So they are trying to link their nonsense with Biafra land so that they will make sure, because they couldn't succeed with using Fulani terrorists to invade our land. They are trying all their best to make sure that Igbo land becomes hot like the northern Nigeria, where Fulanis are killing people unabated. So that is their plan. Asare Kubo, which is a Fulani mixed blood, claiming he is Igbo. I pity people who still think that there is a relation between this guy and Igbo people. You have no idea. This is a Fulani mixed blood who his intention is to destroy Igbos. Because he sees Igbos as an impediment to all his jihad movement across River State and across Biafra territory. So because we do not associate with religious extremists in our land, we do not give them room to thrive. That's why Asare Kubo creates conspiracy, because him and Hope Uzodinma used it on non-government and unalive many Igbo youths. And now he's telling us that area that is predominantly Igbo, he is now telling them it will not happen in his land. When these people are part of the land, indigenous people of the land, owners of the land, you are telling them you will not bring what they are doing. They have the right to protest. But now there is no news that carries it that it was Igbo people. There is no evidence that has it that it is Igbo people who had their altercation and the riot broke out. Asare Kubo is doing everything to make sure he cleaned the name of Muslim. But Asare Kubo, you are not a righteous man. You don't have that moral ground to speak for Muslims, because you are a wear-belle-faced politician, a political jobber. You are a terrorist who kill people without being held accountable to it. Politicians give you license to kill innocent people. That's what you do for a living, Asare Kubo. You are also supposed to be part of those who are labeled a terrorist. You are fighting for the terrorist and coming out acting like you are fighting terrorists. We know you very well. You are trying to cover up. You are like, we're not going down alone as terrorists. We are going to drag Igbos down with you, because all of you terrorists knows that Igbos resisted you and your activities. The activities of your fathers and your grandfathers and your masters, Fulani terrorists. You cannot win this battle. If you listen very well to all his waffling, talking rubbish, spitting all over the place here, you will know that everything he's saying there, he is cooking it up in his head. This is a very bad behavior from an old man like this. He is cooking it up from his head. Some of them know, some of them did not know. And they made inquiries. They swift into action. They found out that it is people who are fighting, 2 Christians. They were written Christians in their head, or their ID says Christian Asari Kubo. How did you identify that they are 2 Christians? Fulani man, a Christian. It is rare. And a thief man from Benue State, a Christian. Asari Kubo, you'll be joke of a century, Asari Kubo. Asari Kubo, you disgracing your generation. Have some shame upon your generation. Stop threatening Igbo in their land. You are fucked up.
Asari Kubo. If you're a Nigerian person, you are listening to Asari Kubo. You're a Nigerian person, you are working in a security agency, you are a civil servant, you are a public servant, you are anything that you are in Nigeria, you are a government official, anything, even if you are a pastor, even if you are Ashawo, even if you are Ashawo in this country, and you are listening to Asari Kubo, you don't have sense, you are stupid, you are mad. If you are a human being, you are a human being. You claim that you are a human being and not an animal, and you are taking cognizance of what Asari Kubo is saying. You are finding sweet things. You are finding sense in what he is saying. You should be in psychiatric hospital. Yes. You see what happened in Port Harcourt in River State. I'm having strong intel in Port Harcourt and River State. I know exactly what happened. Now, if you are listening to what Asari Kubo is saying or what any other person, I'm seeing our Nathan brothers, our Arab brothers making video now because of what Asari Kubo said, turning it to Christian versus Muslim, Igbos and Biafra, all this kind of nonsense. That is not what is happening in River State. What is happening in River State is exactly what happened in Bini. Is exactly what happened in Benin. It has nothing to do with Christianity. It has nothing to do with Muslim. It has nothing to do with Igbos. It has nothing to. It's a riot. Somebody was murdered, and a group of people say, "Oh, they murdered our brother." That is exactly what happened. You know something? When somebody that is a visitor, is a stranger, comes to the land and murdered an indigene, that's always what happened. The indigenes will be like, "You kill our brother. You kill our brother." Muna they go. It's always like that. Asari Kubo came out and he making a lot of it. If you are listening to what Asari Kubo is saying, you don't have sense. And you, Asari Kubo, I will have to tell you this, but you are a person. The Biafra you are mentioning is not a person. Igbo you are mentioning is not a person. It's an identity. It's an entity. It's a race. It's a gene. Asari Kubo, you are a human being. What you are fighting is not a human being. So that thing you are fighting was still here when your grandfathers, which your great-grandfathers, which would have taken decisions in fighting or supporting, they were still here. And that thing that you are fighting now is still here, and your great-grandfathers are dead. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Wisdom is not by old age. Wisdom is a natural gift from God. It's not by old age. You are a very old person, but Omo, you should be listening to me, because when I'm talking to you, I'm speaking wisdom into your head. Biafra that you are mentioning, Igbos that you are mentioning, anything that you are fighting, if you have a problem with them, remember that thing you are fighting is not a human being. It's an entity. It's an identity that has been here for thousands of years, for hundreds of years. Even when your great-grandfathers was here, maybe your great-grandfathers either supported or were against. Remember that your great-grandfathers are dead, and that identity is here today to stay. So still remember that no matter what you do, you can never win. No matter what you do, that thing will always continue to stay, and you will die. A wise person chooses their fights wisely. Leave Igbos alone. Leave Biafras alone. If you can continue fighting them, continue fighting them. But what I know definitely is that name Biafra and that name Igbos will continue to stay even when you are dead. Yes, a wise person chooses their fights wisely.
Hi, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time location. Asari Kubo. Asari come back. See, Asari have traveled to China. Now in China, make us see Asari. Asari that said that if the US come, say they will carry their pieces come out for Nigeria, here and the L5. Now Asari Kubo is in China. Now saying that advising Nigerian government to divide Nigeria, let Biafra go, Oduduwa go, Arawa go, because of what is trying to happen now. Asari saw the 3 hefty Obudigwe that come from America on Thursday and Friday in Nigeria. Asari is now in China, advising Nigerian government to do what? to divide Nigeria into, let everybody go their way. This is the same Asari that say that if US come, they will carry their kwangolo, their body, this and that, go back. See Asari now. Asari doko out. Come back. Asari, you better come back now. Come back to Nigeria now. Come to Nigeria now. There's no hidden place for you. There's no hidden place for you. You and El-Rufai, there's no hidden place for you people. If Nigeria cannot be able to arrest El-Rufai, you people should wait. You and El-Rufai say, whoever that come, if America come, they will carry this thing come out. Any person that come. Asari, yeah, you people should get ready. Asari Dokowe, come back. Asari Dokowe, come back. Asari Dokubo, come back. Come and reap what you sow. Come and reap what you sow. That is the thing. Asari, come and reap what you sow. There's no two ways about it. Come and reap what you sow. Come and reap what you, come and fight Americans. So come and fight Americans. Asari, come back. Come and fight Americans. There's no two ways about it. We have come to stay. There's no going back.
IPOB supporters have invaded Rivers State and on our soil had killed, destroyed the properties of Muslim Northerners. Two Christians fought. One from Benue, a Tifi man, and the other one from Adamawa. The one from Adamawa, two Christians. The one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. Immediately, the Igbos around took it over and started a Aboki must go protest. Destroyed all the shops owned mostly by Northern Muslims. I don't think there was any Christian shop that was destroyed. And attack mosque, vandalize the Oyemi mosque, attack the one mosque, and it is feared that people must have been captured and have been killed. Two Christians fought. One Christian stabbed another Christian to death. Because they are from the north, immediately it became a fight by Igbos element. When we will react, they should not turn our state to battlefield. If they want to fight their war, they should go to their own state. We will not allow it in our own state. Because when we will react, we will do that. Why? By that time they will run. You can run to anywhere. You can't turn our state to battleground to fight your ethnic war, to fight your religious war. Rivers State cannot be converted to a battleground. We are warning you now, because we will not take it from you. We are warning you, we will not take it from you. Enough is enough. It is not Rivers people that reacted. The Arewa Consultative Forum in the north, in Rivers State, had issued a statement, had come out openly that the two people involved in the fight were Northerners of the Christian faith. And the one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. So how does it concern Muslims? How does it concern us? When they were attacking the Muslim, do they distinguish between Yoruba Muslim, Ijaw Muslim? Every Muslim was attacked. Just because we say la ilaha illallah, we are Muslims. We were attacked in our own space, in our own state, by strangers on our land for crimes we did not commit, turning our state into battlefield. Hey, they ate us. Who is eating the Igbo? What do they have that they are eating us? Did they produce an Otodola or a Dangote? What would they eat? The average Rivers man does not eat a Yoruba man.
Welcome back. In all they have said here, the only person who is own talk gives me joy is the guy that put something on his head while talking. That is the only person who sees all my mind. Because these are Asari and people who are even listening to him or believe in what he normally says should just be taken to a psychiatric hospital like everyone say. Although I would like to insult him, but why I'm not gonna do so is because of those he represent. Because if I should insult him now, I think that insult will indirectly reach those people he's representing in Ijoland. I'm not gonna do that because of the sake of those people, but those people now should warn him to do this that I am going to say. If he has not done what I am going to say within some few days, I'm gonna start insulting him because he's not acting like someone who should be given the leadership position, because the place he has occupied today is supposed to be given to someone who is responsible, not someone like Asari. Because this one that he calls yesterday is another bad thing, and that one is gonna take a lot of our person's life we know, because it has already started, where people from this north now are now saying that the Igbos should leave their own side too, since Asari has just put everything on the Igbo, that it is the Igbo who fought this person at LMA Junction, or it is the Igbos who try to create that issue there. If you know how everything and the issue of that LMA Junction happened, you will know that it is a thief guy and one person that had issues. So that it now led to this thing, to killings, and then up by the thief guy who had issue with the Adamawa person. So when that thing happens, what this Asari man has to say is to just push all this thing on the Igbos, that okay, it is the Igbos who just buy the person. Though this is why I say that if he has not come out to confess and make this issue resolved so quick, I'll be insulting him, and you that he is representing will have nothing to say by then, because I have already warned him. Although I don't have any personal issue or any issue with him, but all he has been saying, everyone used to see it's just a play or cashing cruise. But on this is not something that we should see cruise or play anymore, because this is something that may affect another ethnic group or affect people's life who are even innocent. So for you as a leader now to be doing rubbish here and there, that means people who give you the leadership position are those who don't even like interview you. Where if they had interviewed you, well, they would not have even given you, because they should have studied you for some times before you should be given that huge leadership position, but now you have occupied that place and be using that place to cause issue from here to that place and here and there, and it doesn't make any little sense to anybody, because this thing that is about to start now is a big war that will start and never finish the way everybody may think. It is not going to finish on time the way everybody may think, because everywhere now is now, everywhere now is now, war here and there, and shout and every other thing, because of one just word or a word that came out from this guy mouth. That is why I was saying that this Asari man should come out to confess, or he should be taken down from that position that he has been given, because he is using the position to do all these things. Even when he was saying all these things yesterday, he was sitting on the his chair to see all this, and he never regretted doing this. If he is a man who has sense of, like, he should have regretted after doing all this stuff and start or come out to confess, but he has never done that. I don't know what I should say to those he's presenting is to warn him and make sure he confess. That will just sit and you that just come here, and if you have anything to say, just drop it below. Thank you.